it can be a useful exercise to look at absolute value equations or inequalities and try to phrase them in English words to describe what the equation is saying. So I've given you an example here, this first one that I'm looking at, where I say x minus 5 equals 4. Now what that means is that x is 4 greater than the number 5. Okay? That's different from the equation directly below it, where I use an absolute value symbol. In this case, what I'm saying is the following. The distance between x and 5 is 4. And you may think, well, that sounds a lot like the sentence above it. And it's true, it does. But there's two possibilities when I use the word distance. Okay, this word distance could mean 4 more or 4 less. We don't really know. So if I look at the number 5 right here, I say that x could be 4 more than that. Maybe x is 9. Or x could be 4 less than that. The number 1 right here. So those are my two solutions which satisfy this equation. There's the description of it. And I'm going to show you a way of solving this algebraically so you don't have to always draw number lines and spell things out. When you see an equation like this, x minus 5 absolute value equals 4, you have to realize there's two possibilities here. One possibility is this. X minus 5 equals 4. Another possibility is this. Negative x minus 5 equals 4. And that negative sign is what gets squashed when you take the absolute value of it. So it could have been either one of these things, right? Could be this one, could be that one, we don't know. So we have to solve both. We solve this one, we add 5 to each side, we get x equals 9, that's one of those dots. We solve this one, takes another step, but I move that negative sign over through division or multiplication, and then I add 5. So I get this. So those are my two solutions which we drew. Now let's take it into the next examples. In this one, it says the distance between x and 4 is at least 1. So it's already pretty similar to the problem prior to it. And I'm going to write x minus 4 absolute value. So this is what means the distance between x and 4. And when it says it's at least 1, that means it's greater than or equal to 1. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And I'm going to turn this into two equations. X minus 4 is greater than or equal to 1. That's one possibility. The other possibility is negative x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 1. And if I solve each of these, I get two equations. I get x greater than or equal to 5. That's one of my solutions. And the other one is this. And this gets tricky. When you multiply by a negative or divide by a negative, you flip that inequality. Most people have some vague memory of that happening in middle school, right? And then, excuse me, I need a negative sign there. And then I add 4 to each side, and I get this. X less than or equal to 3. So these are the two solutions to that inequality. So let's go ahead and write this thing down in here. Give me my pen back. X minus 4 greater than or equal to 1. That's what it wants in this answer box. And then on the graph, the way I'm going to write that is I put dots, first of all, at these special numbers, 5 and 3. And now, because it's greater than or equal to, I'm going to use an arrow. So we got to draw something like this. It goes that way, and it goes this way. Okay, so that's my solution set written in number line form. Now the last problem right here is very similar. So let's go ahead and just write this. The distance between x and 5, so I've got this absolute value, x minus 5, is less than 1. Less than 1 writes like this. So I make two equations out of that, just like before. X minus 5 less than 1, or negative x minus 5 less than 1. We solve each of these things. I get x minus 5 greater than negative 1, and x greater than 4 from the looks of it, whereas over here x is less than 6. So these are my two equations, which I'm going to write on the number line. Notice, however, that it's exclusive inequality. This is less than, greater than, not, or equal to. So these are now going to be open dots. Okay, it's not equal to 4 or 6. It's greater than 4 or less than 6. And I draw that number line like this. So that would be the solution to this particular inequality.